Ambassador K.V. Rajan, Dr. Ranjit Mehta, and our Director Department of Tourism, Mr. K.N. Distinguished previous speakers, leaders of tourism sector in India, my colleagues from Embassy of Nepal in Delhi, dear friends. First of all, I would like to extend greetings from my government, from Ministry of Tourism of Nepal, from Nepalese people, from Nepal's tourism sector to you all, and to invite you to visit Nepal in the year 2020, that is, Visit Nepal year 2020. I am listening attentively to speeches of our various speakers, distinguished speakers. I think that our ambition to reach 2 million visitors to Nepal is very much reachable, because as I listen to speakers, it is not ambitious. You have so much affection, so good suggestions, so close and familiar it is Nepalese to you, and this gives us not only optimism but confidence that Nepal's growing tourism sector will grow more rapidly and will attain its objective. When we are speaking that 200,000 tourists have visited last year to Nepal, we are speaking only by year they are visiting. So there is much exchange of tourism between Nepal and India. What I would like to stress here, Nepal and India are very close, culturally, socially, geographically, spiritually, historically, socially, in everywhere we are very close. But this closeness should be strengthened, consolidated. If we are close friends, we should visit frequently. We should visit with very much warmth. So Nepal welcomes Indian tourists with open hearts, with warmth, and you feel Nepal that it is very similar to you, and very peculiar and distinct too. What is similarity? What is dissimilarity? We have same religions, we have same gods, but temples are different. You are a big country. Your gods, your temples are spread all over the country. We are very small in comparison to you. Our gods and our temples are concentrated in small areas. You are diverse. You have snowy peaks too, and oceans. We don't have oceans. We are also very diverse. In a small territory, we have diverse climate. From warm climate, plain area in south, and snowy peaks, snow-capped peaks, Himalayas, and in between hills. And what is interesting that this diversity is concentrated in very small space. So we can experience this diversity within hours. What is peculiar? Nepal has gone many transformation, many changes in very small period of time. Many last decade was decade of many changes. So from dictatorship to democracy, from monarchy to republic, from unitary system of state to federalism, from Hindu, officially Hindu state to secular state, and it has given other changes also. Nepal is now very much open, and most open to our Indian friends. And we had many years of difficulties. There were wars, internal wars, armed insurgency. There were periods of instability, every year changes of the government. Now, these things are things in the past. Now we have a stable government, stable system of constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly, elected by the people, and under this constitution we have a stable government with absolute majority. Now we can speak of economic development. We can concentrate fully on the economic issues, including development of tourism. And in this endeavor of developing Nepal, building prosperous Nepal, and happy Nepali, we very much look forward to developing cooperation with India. This cooperation are developing. There may be some differences here and there. We are close friends. These differences will be sorted out. And main thing is that we have so much positive connections, so much potential. Connectivity is growing, cross-border railways. And air connectivity suggested it should be also grow, and possibility of connecting Bangalore with Kathmandu direct connection should be studied, and if possible, positively thought about it and implemented as fast as possible. There is much possibility of developing cooperation in every field between Nepal and India. Politically, we are very close in the sense that we share political democratic values. We share common parliamentary system. We share common values of three branches of government, not concentration of power in one, and that is democratic values, rule of law. Yeah. Nepal and India have been partners from time immemorial. We have very close people-to-people relations. We have been. But our relations, our coordinate is not a static one. It should develop, it should grow. We are here, we are very glad. Thank you, Rajanji, and thank you, ESD, CCI, Adolji, and other leaders of the PhD CCI for organizing this. And we are very glad, our colleagues from that we are here in Bangalore. Bangalore is our village. And it is symbol of modernity. And it is also connection with the ancient times. And it is a connection with the nature also, greeneries, parks, forts, lakes, and other things. So I was telling that our closeness is not static, it grows. It grows. And now, this is what Silicon Valley of India. That is artists. It is new area. It is symbol of modernity. It is symbol of new connectivity of the world, integration of the world. So our closeness, people closeness should also move to third decade of 21st century. So I think that with the launching up Visit Nepal 2020, our closeness will move to next decade, new decade, starting from 2020. And we will have more close relations between our two countries, two peoples. And tourism, there is many sectors, nature, culture, heritage. I will say that Nepal is the land of gods. They reside not only in, say, the Himalayas, Muktinath and others, they reside in many areas. You know that Ramnath is in Janakpur, in the southern part of Nepal. In Kathmandu, say that there are lots of kotis of gods. We say that in Nepal there are more temples in Kathmandu than people are there. That is exaggerated, but it is so. And natural beauty is very attractive one. You have told so many good things. Thank you for your affection. And I only say that please encourage your youth to visit Nepal. You said that Karnataka is growing faster. It has more GDP, per capita GDP than in any highest in India, and so there is much potential for tourists to visit other countries from Karnataka. So I invite you that more youths, more people will visit from Karnataka, and I thank you for your very encouraging affection, words, kind words, warm words to us, Nepal, and your very good suggestions. I thank you for also hospitality. Nepalese people are very hospitable people. If you visit there, they welcome you with a smile. Yes, yes, you have also. So I will not take much time. Thank you for coming and speaking and sharing your experience. We'll have more time to discuss. Tourism industry has good future, and both of our countries have good future also their relations. I wish you all the best to leaders of India. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
I think this is a very fitting note on which to end the inaugural session, and immediately we will begin with the next one. I think we've got so many ideas from what His Excellency the Ambassador has said and what the previous speakers have said, that we have a lot of material on how really worthwhile futuristic kind of partnership in tourism can be built up between Karnataka, really, and the southern Indian region, and Nepal. So I would like to thank all the speakers of this inaugural session, especially His Excellency the Ambassador, and we will probably have a short break for 2 minutes while we reset the podium, and we will continue immediately after that. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Bangalore and for the Karnataka state. Sir, as you are all aware, sir, like entire world economics the entire world has realized the importance of tourism sector, the development of economy. And of late, sir, nearly 60% of the foreign exchange earnings are from the poor and developing countries, they're targeting that from the tourism sector in the next decade, sir. So in that background, sir, even from the point of view of Nepal tourism, sir, I think out of the international tourists coming to Nepal, India accounts for nearly more than 15% of the international tourists. And nearly in the last 1 or 2 years, Nepal has grown nearly 24%. In the last 2 years, if you see the Nepal tourism sector, people arriving, the footfalls, etc., has grown nearly 24%, and I think they're having that target of maybe 25-30% growth in the next coming years. So basically, sir, tourism is a very key foreign exchange earner for more than few countries. And now, the expectations of people have highly increased. So people no longer look for any visit; they look for a very beautiful experience. So in that background, sir, I think both of the countries have to work together. And sir, Karnataka as such accounts for Karnataka GDP 14.8% of the thing is coming from the tourism sector of GDP. In Nepal, it is 9%. Of course, 9% is coming from the GDP. So India has been always be very friendly relationship with Nepal, and India has supported Nepal in a lot of its infrastructure and other development activities. And we are and like Karnataka, sir, Nepal has a lot of pilgrimage heritage sites, mountaineering, the beautiful natural thing, mountaineering. Nature gives destinations are there, sir. In that background, sir, I think we can work together. In fact, in my opinion, sir, certain things like Ramayana circuit or Buddhist circuit, I think we can work together, and starting from Nepal, the Janaka area to from Rameshwara of Tamil Nadu in the Indian border, the tip of India, I think certain things can be done. From the international tourist point of view, like we need to work, both of the countries can work together to attract international tourists, especially maybe US and UK or whatever, and we can if you develop a circuit, maybe as a group of countries, it can be done. So in that case, I think Karnataka is always looking forward to any such developments or initiatives. We are always very positive in that aspect. I don't want to take much of the time, sir. I definitely congratulate all the people who have assembled here, and we would like to, and our Indians, sir, we have done a lot of work in the development of economy of Nepal. We definitely promise and assure that, sir, even in coming days, coming years also, our people are very enthusiastic, very entrepreneurs are there, and we definitely would like to work together along with the different government, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramesh. Very interesting ideas there.
His Excellency Ambassador of Nepal to India, Mr. Charya, Ambassador Rajan, other dignitaries on the dais and off it. I have a dual role. I am a Chief General Manager of State Bank of India. So I am only there on deputation for the last 4 years. And we are running a big private bank here in Nepal. We are also one of the chief, not advisors, one of the board members of Visit Nepal Secretariat. So in that line, like all our debit cards are now have got the authentic branding here. So I am also speaking currently on behalf of, although the government may not agree, on behalf of the tourism minister. He just passed on a message, Mr. Bhattarai. He is holding a meeting currently with all the CEOs of the banks, and I am the Vice President of the Bank Registration. So he asked me to give his good wishes here, because currently, right now, the meeting is being held in Kathmandu, where I was supposed to be. I was also asked to be a bit brief, so I'll speak often. The presentation is here. Nepal SBI, and it's a private sector, it's connected to SBI. It's got 118 branches currently, all private sector. It is there in every tourist destination you can name off. We have 25 POS machines. We've got an electronic branch near Everest Base Camp. We are near Annapurna, and to all the gentlemen who had been to Nepal, I don't know if they have noticed, as soon as you come into the airport, all the advertisements are mine, and they only talk about tourism. There is POS machines and rhinos and all of that. And when you leave, it is all about remittances in the exit part. We are very highly focused on tourism, and while Madam mentioned, yes, very easy access. By the time if you are traveling business class, within 4 or 5 minutes, if you have your luggage in your hand, you will be outside in your vehicle. And locally, there are about 32 airports and short haul flights, in which, believe me, it takes half an hour from your house to actually get into the plane. So it is like you can have to visit to two places, the weather permitting. So that's my personal experience. You can really travel from one place to another very, very fast. Unlike here where it took me 13 hours to come from Delhi to here yesterday night. And the cost, my office has put me up in Oberoi here, just across the corner. And I was going through the spa cost, 15,000, 16,000 Indian rupees, plus taxes, plus whatever. It's going to cost you 1/5 of the amount if you get the same things done, and the staff is the same. They're all Nepalis here. So it's basically 1/4 is the cost. And while the air travel is very, very expensive, it took me 45,000 Indian rupees to come from Kathmandu to Bangalore. Most of it was in the India leg. But then the business class, other class may be a bit cheaper, so it could be there. And as Devji was saying, sir, we have a hawk group there. There is a Harley Davidson agency. A lot of people do that. You already know that, sir.
I've already mapped it out through the Singrauli border up to Pokhran.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. So these kind of activities keep on happening. We have TEDx at Everest coming up. Lots and lots of activities are there, which are because, as you would probably understand, but Nepal is another country, and it is not actually so much focused on India also. So you have international competition. You will have groups coming in from across the world. One more thing is here, my son is also part of the IT group here in this city. He's been here for 5 years. And their group says, on holidays, they would like to charter an aircraft from here directly and should land somewhere near the Everest base camp. And because that's a bit dicey, but some kind of, these kind of tours should also be there for kids who are high paying. And what they do is they go to Andamans, take a 15-day course there for undersea diving and things like that. Or they go to some other countries. But this ambassador, sir, we must do something where these trips can go directly, where they are paying something like, they're willing to pay $10,000 for 3 days, 2 days per head. And the company is sponsoring it. And this is happening across the world. I mean, every 2-3 months they go somewhere. So this is money which has to be captured. Then there are schemes. We are in touch. I am in touch with my counterparts in Rajasthan. Rajasthan government subsidizes, I think, pays for the air cost of people who are traveling 65 and year older who are traveling to Kathmandu. So that is being sponsored by Rajasthan government. We are setting up help desk for them. I believe some of the southern states, maybe Tamil Nadu and maybe Andhra Pradesh, are sending people up to Muktina. We find out tourists who are coming that side. And for one more information, RuPay cards, which are for the people who are residing in the rural areas, and RuPay cards. My ATMs are the only one authorized, and I have got mobile vans which can be used. So there are a lot of things we can talk about with the tourism ministry here at Karnataka, and my counterparts here, the chief general manager here, can get in touch with you. I'll be talking to him tomorrow. And I'll be opening, I'll come to that later, sir. Online advertising is already here. In our information given by my staff who works in Nepal, 55,000 students from Nepal are here in this city. 5 lakh people of Nepali origin reside in Karnataka. So it's a huge chunk, next only to Mumbai and Delhi, which are here. And they are already connected to all of us banks in Nepal. You just need them to get on board about the tourism from this side and that side. All my surgeons from my board, last year my board from Nepal traveled and we stayed for 4-5 days in a retreat at Kurk. Then the year previously we were at Fort Aguda, and just 6 days later we'll be at Kumarakom. The board travels, Nepal SB, and other boards also travel. That tourism is also there. It is for the tour operators to catch us. And if they don't do that, every employee in my bank, it's a private sector bank, for a month they travel across the world, but not to India. Many people with, I think they're smiling. Everybody goes to US, UK, and Australia at least once a year. It is for you to catch us for the river stream. And this is what I wanted to say. And the branding, we have done that. I was talking to Atul Thakur. He's saying yes, the next, very soon he's going to hold such conferences also in Lucknow and Patna. because that is where most of the tourists come through land. And as luck would have it, tourism is one of the priority sectors. All the banks have to lend there. All the big chains are coming in Nepal. They're already there. Marriott is there. We have got Hyatt. We have got Radisson. All these chains are there. And spas and casinos are also on priority sector. So many of the tourists who are coming from north of UP, from Delhi and Bihar, Bihar is a dry state. They are all coming and staying in Nepal for a long time. And if you just take a flight from here, come many people from here. The college tours from Karnataka, from Bangalore, they go to Patna. They go overnight by buses. They go through Janakpur and then they go up to Kathmandu. Kathmandu to there's a place called Borderlands, which is near the Tatopani, the Chinese border, and they do all kinds of adventure sports there, bungee jumping, etc. Then they come via Pokhara down to Lumbini, Lumbini to Gorakhpur flight to Bangalore. It's a very regular tour, and there are a lot of things, but you need to ramp it up for more people to come in. Some of the casinos which are on the border give free travel services. You don't even have to spend. Go to Gorakhpur, go to Patna, go to Siliguri, go to Uttarakhand, this side, Haldwani, Rudrapur. Banbasa, sir. And they have got these things fixed up already, free tours, free buses. You show them the money, they will upgrade your travel. So that all is happening, but it is not captured here because they are coming through the land route. It's the other thing. Now I'll just come shortly touch on the investment front. It is that please come into Nepal. $8.7 billion worth of export is done from India to Nepal. Nepal is the largest importer from India, and it is for you to see what kind of a pie you have out of it. It is for the trade bodies here, what kind of a pie you have. This is for you to see. You can check, contact my bank. We'll be a one-stop shop for you. We'll help you out both ways, from here to India, and not only from here to here. If you have Nepali connections in any other third country, we'll be helping you with our 32 country network, which SBI has across the world. And fortunately or unfortunately, I am one of the 8 people who are responsible for those working outside India, all the 32 countries. Last year we sent back to India about $1 billion of profit, and in 2 years we are supposed to double it. So please be a part of doubling my profit and bring it to India and also to Nepal. So we are ready to be your financial bridge, and as the electronic platform, you must have got sick of hearing of now you only need one. But when you think about Nepal, you only need me here. We have the coordinates. I have not shown you the slides. I'll just go through it very fast, and I will just conclude with saying that our Nepal desks are opening. There will be help desk first, then there will be full transaction platforms. The first one will open in Bangalore. It will open very shortly, sir, within 15-20 days. We are just having a look at the location where Nepal-based businessmen and Nepali people can come and go easily. Otherwise, it is not functional if you hold it in a very remote area. I'll just go through the slides, sir. This way. Website. Yeah. These are just the campaigns we are talking about, and everybody did that. So visit Nepal. This is how Nepal is. Basically, in the hills there are lots and lots of BNBs which are local, and there are a lot of places where you have to spend something like $1,000 also, because everything is mentioned in dollars. But those are very unique places, and they are much, sir, in the valley which is beyond Nagarkot. Please come there. There is drone racing going on, PUBG contests, many things are happening. I will not talk. We have these vans which go around to tourist centers. They will be found at Pashupati. Nepal SBI bank has a counter inside Pashupati. We have counters who can facilitate your tourists who are coming there on one-to-one basis. We'll take care of them. We are quite a profit-making bank. So we are at Lumbini. You have Buddhist tourist circuit. We are there already inside, and all of them are my customers. So, and one thing is the financial bridge. The remittance charges are lowest in SBI, and not only in SBI, they're instant. So your money will come this side, that side at the easiest time. And this also goes for your tourists who are coming. We'll take full responsibility of all the financial transactions which are happening on both sides of the border together with your clients. These are some of the phone number, the contact people who are responsible. And that was my presentation. So thank you very much. I'll be here around. Anything you want. And also, any help you want, we have 24,000 branches across the country. You can check out about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Changa.
My suit, I would definitely like to see, instead of going to Bhutan on my bike, I would like to go to Nepal on my bike. I have been to the Northeast and also definitely I think Nepal is doable, and let us see how we can collaborate on getting the Harley riders. So once again to the PhD CCI and Team Visit Nepal 2020 for giving us this opportunity to come and share our thoughts with you and assure you of all our cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. You spoke so well, even if it was a brief speech, that we didn't need the second cup or third cup of coffee. Let me move on now to Mr. Janardhan, President, Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce.
Ladies and Affairs and after theirs. I am from Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It's an apex organization for industry, trade and services sectors in Karnataka. Established by Bharat Ratna Sir Visvesvaraya, and as Ranjit Mehta has said, that is one of the second oldest organization in Karnataka. And I do not want to take much of your time because short of time is going on. Nepal is a beautiful country full of mountains and lakes, interesting culture and traditions. It caters for backpackers, mid tires and luxury travels. It is a paradise for mountain climbing, rock climbing, trekking and paragliding. The most lovable place for natural lovers and dream come true for thrill seekers, as Devesh Agarwal has already explained. He has spent his honeymoon in Nepal. I think I request all others also to visit, at least not for honeymoon, at least for the tourism. There is a religious connection between coastal Karnataka and the Pashupatinath temple in Kathmandu in Nepal. Priests are always from Karnataka, coastal Karnataka, including districts of Dakshina Kannada, Uttara Kannada and Udupi, and Chikmagalur. And Kasaragod districts in Kerala have been serving in the temple for about 300 years. I would like to mention a few similar between Nepal and India. Both countries lie in South Asia. While Nepal shares 2/3 of territory of land part of as a border with Nepal, the majority of people of Nepal and India are Hindus, and it means they have same kind of God for worshipping. Cultures may be little different, but their festivals and others are same. Similarly, the official language in both the countries are written in Devanagari font. Nepal is a multilingual, multicultural, multi-religious country, and so in India. Nepal and India both have Himalayas. Most parts are within Nepal. Kanchenjunga, the third highest mountain peak in the world, is shared by both India and Nepal. Nepal and India both are so-called secular states, following the principle of secularism. Nepal and India enjoy excellent bilateral ties, founded on the age-old connection of history, culture, tradition and religion. These relations are close, comprehensive and multi-dimensional, and are pronounced more in political, social, cultural and religious and economic engagements with each other. I think Rajan has already explained the culture of both the countries. People of India and Nepal have great sense of brotherhood in Asia. It's easy for Nepal in India and for Indians in Nepal, so there are no need of visa. I do not want to take much of your time. I would like to say investment opportunities in Karnataka is also good for Nepali people. Karnataka is a popular investment destination for automobile, electronics, agro, aerospace, textile and garment, IT, biotech and heavy engineering industries. I would like to invite those who are in Nepal, they can come and invest in Karnataka also. And Federation of Karnataka Chamber is organizing one exhibition on agriculture. I request the Honorable Minister to extend a support from Nepal to participate. That will be in April 22nd to April 26th. It's an international exhibition. So with this, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be here, and I thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Was sort of this thing. It's a warm country, and I think people who have visited there recognize it and like to go back. I especially see a lot of potential in Bangalore because if you see, Bangalore, sir, is below the average age of India. It has got a very young population. Incidentally, Bangalore is also the city in India with the highest per capita income in this whole country. We are higher than Bombay, we are higher than Delhi. It's a very curious situation, but we have a lot of educated, energetic youngsters in Bangalore, and Nepal has got so many tourist activities which these youngsters are more interested in, mountaineering, whitewater rafting, wildlife, trekking, those kind of things. So